Hi everybody, I thought I would record this video today because I wanted to kind of go over when I plan and what works for me. So in order to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all my planners, right? And I always have them all at hand's reach because you never really know. I never really know when I am going to have time to do certain things. So let's go over. The first planner that I want to mention is my budget planner. So I am using an Erin Condren monthly for budgeting. And what I like to do is go over the expenses and kind of record them once a week. Sometimes if my week is too busy, especially if it's a week where I'm releasing the new kids, that might not be possible, but it's fine. I just go ahead and do it as soon as I can. But with this one, I typically like to grab it and use it once a week. Then the second one I'm going to talk about is my gratitude planner, and I've been using the A5 agenda. And I've shown you videos of me writing down my daily gratitude. So this one is a daily, and I like to do this every single day, preferably first thing in the morning. So my morning routine basically consists of a whole bunch of steps that I do once I get up. But then as soon as I'm done with those, I definitely, I take my daughter to school, come back home, and once I come back home, I make myself a cup of coffee or tea, and then I start my planning. By the way, guys, I'm super excited now that I said tea that my local grocery store is now carrying loose tea, and I'm so excited because it's so very hard to find loose tea that's close by and accessible, and I don't want to be going, into a crowded mall to just get it. And not just because of the current world situation that we're living in. I've never liked crowded malls. It's just a matter of energy for me. Anyway, then I have, this is a 7x9 Erin Condren weekly, and as you can see, I have not done much this week, but that is okay. I also give myself permission to do things that way, because this has to be something that works for me. It can't be something that's really stressful or constraining. It has to be something that I'm okay with. And this, like I told you guys, when I'm releasing new kids, that is a very busy week, because even though I start working on the new kid as soon as I release the ones that I'm releasing. So like yesterday evening, yesterday I released the new kids, and yesterday evening I started immediately working on April's kids, because I just released March kids, right? Especially because I want to bump up the release date for the kids. But again, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm trying to work on that. Anyway, I haven't filled it in, but guess what? Also, after such a busy week, I give myself a lot of grace during the weekend, and I'll catch up, which is fine. The only thing that I might miss is kind of not having the affirmations, but it's okay. It's just fine. You know what? I don't know if you can hear. I think I'm a little bit self-conscious. I'm in my studio right now, and my computer has a fan, and it's very, very loud. So I just want to make sure that it's not coming through in the video. So I just put it to sleep. So I hope this is better. If you were hearing that, you won't keep on hearing that noise. Anyway, let's continue. So just to finalize the idea, what I was saying is that I give myself grace, but over the weekend I kind of catch up, and then I'll have fun. The other thing is I try to set these up over the weekend or first thing on Monday, like the stickers, and lay out all the stickers so that it's just a quick thing to only write in them when it is the time for me to do the daily. So these two are dailies, and they are dailies for self-work. I also track my weight and my glucose in this. And I want to say that that's kind of daily, but not necessarily, because I don't necessarily weigh myself every single day, but I do like to measure my glucose daily whenever I can or remember to do so. And in this one, the other thing I do have, and I use the monthly view of it for, is to track my meals. So I don't know if you've seen the breakfast, lunch, and dinner stickers in my shop, but I made those basically for myself, and I put them out there, and they're I guess you guys are also appreciating them and happy that I made them because they're selling. So I'm really excited that this is something that you guys like, enjoy, and feel that it can also benefit you. Anyway, so that's what I do in that one, okay? And then, wait, I have a whole bunch of stickers. So I always keep the leftover stickers from kids, and I haven't had a chance to put them all in a single page and file them in my binder, which is what I like to do, just so that I know that all the stickers from one kit are all in the same place, and that way, should I want to use that kit again, I can easily get them out. Or should I need a specific color, just to not use a new sheet from a kit, let's say that I'm missing something in red, I do know which kits I had in red, so I kind of flip through them and just grab what I need from there. And that's kind of like a tip for you guys too, if you want to do it that way. Especially, I think it's especially helpful, like in my case, because I have different layouts of planners. So sometimes I'll use the same kit in 2 or 3 different layouts. And then it's good to have all those stickers, because then I know exactly which sticker sheets I will need, because if I have leftovers, so I try to use the leftover ones first. Okay, let's continue. And this is my content planner, and this is also a monthly planner from Erin Condren. I don't think I'm going to continue using this one, and let me tell you why. I was kind of just doing the monthly programming here, which I'm still going to do, but I'll explain what's going to go on with it. And then in the line pages that I have after, you know, the planner pages, I put a whole bunch of stuff from my shop, but I'm realizing that I'm not going to be able to fill those pages all the time, and I'm really basically just using the calendar. So what I want to do is kind of save this one to use it as my budget planner next year, because I don't like waste, and I feel that using it for content planning and solely content planning, since that's not the main target of my business, my main occupation is being a sticker shop owner. This is kind of something fun that I do because I love to do it, and that complements my shop very well, because, you know, it also helps get the word of my stickers out there. So anyway, I'm not going to continue doing this one. So for February, you will not see me using this one. I'm just going to go ahead and save it for budgeting next year. However, what I told you guys that I do want to continue tracking my I want to continue tracking in the monthly view, like my content planning calendar. I have a monthly view that I am not using in my hourly, so I think this is the perfect place for that. So my hourly is going to become my content planner, and then what I will do is I will use, and I'll explain why, okay? Because for those of you that only use a weekly or a daily duo or something, this might not work for you, but it does work for me, and I'll explain why. And then I'll have this page, then I'll also have the dashboard, and I think that's enough. And then I also, like, every end of the month, there is also an extra line page, and I think that's going to be enough, because basically, having set up what I did set up from my shop, I only need the schedule, the monthly with the dates. Everything else I can definitely do in a notebook, and I think it's going to be just easier for me to flip through that notebook and find it than to just use this, given that I have a monthly view left over in this one. Okay, So now we're going to go to the real planning planners. I know, that's what I said. Yeah. So I have, this is my weekly planner, and it's an Erin Condren hourly, right? You have seen me set this up, and if not, go check those videos. I had a lot of fun setting this up, and I think this is one of my favorite spreads of all time. So I do the weekly, but hear me out. I was planning the weekly on Fridays and sometimes on Monday, and it was feeling like it wasn't really serving its purpose very well, other than to me to be able to create content for YouTube and pictures, but it wasn't really serving me well for planning. And even though, yes, I love to have the possibility to create content in different styles of planners, because, you know, it helps you guys see the stickers that I work with. It also has to be functional for me, because otherwise, you know, it's not time that I want to invest. There's plenty of other things that my shop needs me to invest time on. So hear me out. The best way for me to really utilize my weekly view in this planner is to plan it out even a week ahead. So no later than Wednesday. And that actually is working very well for me. So I did already record this video, film this video. I mean, I did already take pictures and started posting, because my week is already done for next week. And most likely on Monday or Tuesday, I'll start recording the week that follows this week, which is basically the last week of January. This works much better for me because I hate putting sticky notes everywhere in my planner. They end up falling out, and I don't know, it's just a mess, and then they're all over the place when I'm planning, and it feels like I have to write 2 or 3 times the same thing, and it's just not working for me. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just sharing this idea in case that helps you guys. I like to have 1 and quite possibly even 2 weeks ahead of time. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with my hourly. And last but not least is my daily duo. So you guys have seen me doing my daily planning in my daily duo. I love it. I really enjoy the A5 size. The 7x9 was a little too big, and I don't know, it didn't feel as great as it does on the A5 side. I don't know what it is, but this is a perfect size for me, especially for daily planning. So what I do when I'm doing daily planning, sometimes I set a few days up at once. Sometimes I even set the whole week up at once. But I basically just set the template for the stickers. I then daily write the tasks that I need to write in for my shop, and I use this section here to write that in, and I use this section to write YouTube, and I use this section for personal errands. And then any appointments or things that are time dependent that happen during the day, I mark them here. But whenever I have extra blank space, which typically always happens, then I go ahead and use it as a list. So I like to use one of these stickers and then start a checklist down here. And you'll see that this one didn't have all that much in it, because that was yesterday, which was my daughter's birthday, and there were a whole bunch of shop related tasks that I had to do, but most of them were done in advance, and my day yesterday just consisted of finalizing everything I needed to do to release March kits. So, you know, it was basically 2 tasks in my shop that divided into 20. I don't need to detail them so specifically, but you know, I knew exactly what I had to do. And then it was just a lot of time with her. She's a very sociable girl and has a lot of friends, so we were very busy. Like after school pickup, it was just very busy for us. So I mean, nothing went in this planner, right? So what I'm doing today is Friday, and I already came back from my vaccine, my booster appointment. I already had that, and I totally missed the team meeting that I typically have, and I'm filming this in between getting ready for allergy shots. So I will get some of these tasks done, and most likely I'll work on Sunday this week, because kind of yesterday and today are semi wonky days, and my daughter has off school today and then on Monday as well because it's a holiday. Anyway, so my weekly, I don't set it up well in advance, and you'll see I haven't set this week up yet. I haven't put the stickers down for that week up yet, because this is my daily, and I feed my daily from my weekly, and it's working out great for me. And you guys will say, well, 2 planners, that's too much, especially if you take them out. But then again, I'm a sticker shop. It works well for me to have 2 planners. I have sticker kits to add the weekly view inside the daily duo. So you could use Sunday to put it down for those of you that don't use Saturday and Sunday, or you can kind of minimal Franken planning, add a notebook page into it. Go check my videos. I have videos on that. So if you search within my channel, Franken planning, you will see the video where I do this. Anyway, that was working great for me with the daily duo, but I really wanted to use the hourly for content purposes. So this is why I'm not using my own kits for that, though every now and then I think I'll do it, because again, for content purposes it'll be fun to switch. But the weekly is working great. If let's say Erin Condor never changed anything and I wouldn't have to spend money in any more planners because I don't need them to measure the stickers, I would still spend money in my 7x9 hourly, and I would still spend money in my A5 daily duo. Those are the 2 that are great for me. Whatever else I'm doing doesn't have to be done in a planner. It can be done in a notebook, and it'll work just as well being done in a notebook. Okay, just wanted to get that out so that you guys know. And again, like I said, that this weekly feeds my hourly. And for my monthly view in my daily duo, I have my monthly planning. So my monthly here feeds this weekly here. And I like to keep it in the smaller planner and not necessarily use it in this larger one, because I don't need that much space, given that once I set down the weeks, whatever happens, I just record it in the week. I rarely go and, I rarely do any type of scheduling here unless I don't have the week in the weekly set up. I know this might seem complicated for some of you guys, but it works for me, trust me. Anyway, the other little bit of advice that I wanted to give you guys is find when it works to set up months for you. Most of us sticker shop owners release the months well in advance, so that if you're a person that likes to set up your stickers 1, 2, or even 3 months in advance, you can find those stickers out there, and you can set up your monthly views in advance. Like I set mine up a couple of months in advance, so I already have February set up, and I don't know if I have uploaded this video yet. I don't think so. But I already have February, right, set up. And this is my catch-all. So whatever happens in February, I already have this set up. And I'm planning on this week setting up March, because I just assigned the kits and I want to film this video because I'm already starting to get things happening for February and March. So I like to have the month I'm working with set up plus 2 months in advance. I like to have the week I'm working with set up plus at least 1 week in advance. And for the daily, it's a daily. It doesn't have to be set up in advance. Okay, so I kind of gave you a little bit of a walk through my planners and some tips and tricks that have worked for me. However, if there's just one advice that I want to give you guys is find what works for you. Don't necessarily do what you see people doing. There's a whole bunch of people that don't feel comfortable having these many stickers in their planners, and that is totally fine. Some people are just functional planners. That is totally fine. You have to do what works for you. And I love to do this because it's like playing, and as a girl, I love stickers. So to me, being able to do all this in my planner just makes me happy. But if this is something that's starting to overwhelm you, then you need to scale down, and you need to find what makes you happy. And this is what it's all about, right? Enjoying your planning. And even if you love beautiful spreads that you see people make, because I don't feel I'm very talented in creating spreads. I feel that there's a whole bunch of people with a lot of talent out there that do so. But I've learned to accept that I don't have that talent, and that I don't have to have picture perfect spreads every single time. I just need to find a spread that works for me, and that's functional for me, my shop, my family, and that's what I wish for all of you to find as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. Let me know. I've been thinking of doing days in the life, and I might not start them just yet. I might start those in March, but it's an idea that's going over in my head. I just have such a small space, and sometimes it's a little bit cluttered, sometimes it's better. So I don't feel comfortable just filming yet, because I don't know about you guys. Like when I see a video, if there's clutter everywhere, it makes me a little bit antsy. So I haven't wanted to transmit that to you guys, right? So I don't know. Let's see. But please do leave me a comment down below if you do enjoy the Days in the Life videos. I might figure out a way to make those happen for you. And I fairly try to keep this area as decluttered as possible, but sometimes it becomes a catch-all for things that I need to sort later on. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for joining me, and I really appreciate you guys being here. It's really great for me to be able to have this channel, and just this these nice moments where I'm kind of sharing my journey through planning, and I'm really having fun with it, enjoying it. And I hope this is transmitted to you guys, and that you're having fun, enjoying and watching, and that you know, giving you some type of good tips. I'm not an expert by any means, but I hopefully can share from my experience something, especially for people that are starting out, because I'm sure there's plenty of you guys that have even way more time planning than I do. Again, thank you guys. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, take care, and plenty of blessings and the best of energies for you and yours. Bye, guys.